Hello, all my YouTube friends, my subscribers. Randy here, Randy's Philippines Journey. Well, I talked to you yesterday about one of the decisions I had to make when I decided that I'm moving to the Philippines, and that was telling family and friends. So I got through that part of it. Now comes the real fun part, and that is deciding, of all of the things that I have, what exactly I can take to the Philippines with me, which isn't very much. The videos that I've watched, YouTube videos, you know, the expats that come over there to the Philippines, they come with a backpack, maybe two backpacks, which would probably have a couple pairs of underwear, a couple pairs of shorts, a t-shirt or something, and then we'll start fresh when we get over there. But I can't do that. I have things here that mean quite a bit to me, things my kids have made me, and things I've accumulated over the years. And so I think bringing a little something with me over there that I've had for many years will help a little bit with the transition. So that's what I've been doing for the last couple of weeks, is going through pretty much everything that I have. I've been divorced now for about 6 years, so back 6 years ago, I really wiped out a bunch of things that I had anyway, but I do have some stuff. So that's what I've been doing, is going through the things that I still have and things I really want to take with me, and then obviously discarding what I don't and giving things away or what have you. So that's what I've been doing. I have dwindled everything down to actually a couple of boxes, 16 by 16 by 15 high. I took a box, that size box, I put it together, I put it on a scale, cut a hole out of the bottom of the box and set that on a scale, floor scale, my daughter's floor scale. And I just loaded the box up until it got to 35 pounds on the scale. Then I took everything out of that box and put it in a good box and, you know, packed it as good as I could with paper and maybe towels or washcloths, maybe a t-shirt here and there to keep things from jostling around, and packed them up pretty decent, tight. I sent the one box about 34 days ago, and it made it there last week sometime, actually. There were a couple of small pictures that I had put in there in frames and hoped to have packed them right, but they did get broke. But other than that, everything else made it really well. So the one box is there. It got there last week. We're hoping that the second box will get there, if not this week coming up, the following week. They've had some typhoons that interrupted things, and there was a couple of holidays in there also, Philippine holidays. So allowing for all that, hopefully it will get there next week, if not the week after. I'm not due in the Philippines until December the 3rd, so as long as everything makes it there by then, I'll be happy. And then the things that I found after I shipped those two boxes, and by the way, those boxes were 35 pounds a piece, and from here to the Philippines. Again, the 9,200 miles. It costs about $270 per box. And then we have a small amount to pay on the other end when the boxes arrive. I think the first box I had to pay somewhere around $80 for that when it arrived there. So, you know, it was a little bit to get that stuff sent there, but you know, I really want that stuff, so it's worth it. And then the things that I found after I had shipped the boxes and I couldn't get in those 2 boxes, I called the airline and decided I would just check a 3rd bag instead of only the 2. I'll take 3. They did require I pay another $150 for that 3rd bag, but still that's saving quite a bit. So I took the things that I found afterwards and I just spread it all out within the 3 checked bags that I'm gonna take to the Philippines, along with my clothes, shoes, and all that, and it seemed to work out pretty well. I was able to get all the extra things that I want to take within those 3 checked bags, and I'm allowed 50 pounds per bag, and I kept it at 45 pounds so I don't end up being over when I get to the airport. And so it ends up, I was able to take pretty much everything that I wanted to, clothes-wise, you know, memorabilia, everything else, when it comes to dishes, you know, knickknacks, that kind of thing, none of that stuff can go. I mean, that's just things that has to stay. My televisions, my dining room table and chairs, my fireplace, and you know, my furniture, end tables, lamps, bedroom sets, and things like that. It's all got to stay. That stuff I'll have to replenish sometime when I'm in the Philippines. Although the apartment that we had gotten there, my second trip, that apartment is completely furnished. It already has everything, television, you know, all the cooking utensils. We did buy some of that there, but as far as dishes and couch and bedroom set and all of that, it's there. So I really don't need that stuff. And which makes it nice because I'm not shipping anything over there. My car, for instance, that I have, I'm gonna sell it. There's no point in paying here in the States. If you have a car and you don't plate it, you have to keep car insurance on it, and you have to keep some type of license plate on it. Well, I'm not going to be here to do that, so it's just pointless to keep the car. So I'm going to sell the car. I had a jet ski and a trailer. I've sold all of that. I had a scooter, sold that. So I really don't have anything left to speak of other than the furniture and the house that I'm living in. So that stuff just has to stay. I am trying to make arrangements now for someone to purchase the house, and when they purchase the house, they'll purchase the furniture and everything that's in it also. And that will make things a little bit easier. But for the most part, I have everything that I'm gonna want. I think it will help me, like I said, in my transition, and everything will get there for way under $1,000, so I'm not gonna complain about that. I just, like I said, I hope the second box makes it there, and of course everything in it's all right, which I have a lot of faith it's gonna be. So anyway, that's one of the tough parts about moving that far away. And like I said, you just can't take a whole lot of anything with you. These other guys that I seen, they started from scratch, and you know, they've been there some time now, a few years. I know a couple of them have been there maybe 8 years, another one 3 or 4 years, or, you know, shout out to Scotty Boy too. He's been there, although Scotty Boy, I don't think he's had a place to speak of as far as a residence. He does all of his vlogging traveling, so I'm pretty sure he's lived out of a backpack for some time, but that's what he chooses to do. He's very good at what he does. I mean, Scotty Boy has been all over the Philippines, and some awesome information, the cities and towns that he's gone to. And recently here, it seems as though he's going up to Angeles City, maybe to stay for a few months or something, and then he's going to go somewhere else for a few months. So I think he's giving up the traveling on a continuous basis. I think he's given that up a little bit. But anyway, that's where I'm at right now. So I've gotten 2 down, part 1 and part 2. This is 2. I've told the family, I've told my friends, and now I've gone through everything that I have and things I want to take. I have that all settled. So I'll be starting on part 3 in the next day or 2, which is some more of what has to be taken care of in order to travel again the 9,200 miles. So I really appreciate you listening to me yak here, and I thank you so much for tuning in again. If you haven't subscribed, I really hope that you will, and thank you to all of my subscribers so far. If you would, hit the like button, and please, by all means, leave a comment and let me know what you think of how I'm doing here. And as always, thanks again for stopping by, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Thanks again. Take care.